What's up guys, Sean Nalawani, SeanNal.com, and in this video, after getting a few requests for it, I'm going to be doing a review of Rich Piana's All Day You May muscle building supplement from the 5% nutrition line. And I'll just be breaking down in simple terms why I don't think it will be of any noticeable benefit to most people and why I would highly recommend saving your money and spending it elsewhere, whether that's on supplements that actually have real benefits, or on more important things like your gym membership or your grocery bill. So let's just break this formula down step by step here. And for those of you who do use it or who are supporters of Rich Piana, I doubt too many of my subscribers here are, but once this gets out into the regular YouTube search results, there will be. At least try to listen to this review with an open mind. This is not a personal attack in any way. I have no idea when the last time I watched a Rich Piana video was. And all I care about are the objective facts and what works and what doesn't. And I'm just trying to help people make the best decisions for their bodybuilding program possible. Simple as that. So the first ingredient in All Day You May by 5% Nutrition is 6 grams of branched chain amino acids. Now I went over this in detail in a previous video, and I'll link it down below in the description box if you do want to check it out, where I explained step by step why branched chain amino acids are probably not necessary for the vast majority of people. And without going into a ton of detail here, you can check out my other video if you want a complete rundown. But the reason for that is because if you're already consuming enough total protein for the day as a whole, so at least 0.8 grams per pound of body weight up to about 1 gram, unless you're eating a ton of really low quality protein sources, then you're already going to be getting enough total BCAAs from your regular whole food protein intake alone in order to maximize protein synthesis for the day. And just because some BCAAs are good doesn't mean that more are going to be better. Your body can only use so much. Typical high protein foods like chicken or beef or seafood, etc., and even vegan sources as well, those are going to give you anywhere between 15 to 25% BCAAs per gram of protein. So you're already going to be getting about 4 to 6 grams from each standard sized serving that you're eating. So with enough total protein for the day, your BCAA needs are already going to be met. And dumping an extra 6 grams on top of that, which is what you're getting with the All Day You May supplement. 6 grams or even an extra 12 grams if you're doing 2 scoops, that's likely not going to make any noticeable difference to your results. Also keep in mind that this particular supplement is using a 10 to 1 to 1 ratio of BCAAs, which means you're getting 10 parts leucine to 1 part isoleucine and 1 part valine. Now, supplement companies will claim that the reason they do this is because leucine is the most anabolic of the branched chain amino acids. But in reality, the real reason why that's done is because leucine is the cheapest of the 3 amino acids, and so it's actually a cost-cutting technique. The idea behind BCAAs is to consume them in the amounts that most closely match the ratio which is found in your muscles, which is 2 to 1 to 1. A 2 to 1 to 1 ratio of leucine to isoleucine and valine. So with a 10 to 1 to 1 ratio, you might as well just be supplementing with pure leucine, because this hardly even qualifies as a true branched chain amino acid supplement in the first place. You're going to be getting 5.4 grams of the 6 grams just from leucine alone. Now, aside from the BCAAs, you're also getting another ingredient combination of L-glutamine, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, and N-acetylcysteine. Now, I've gone over glutamine in detail as well in the past. I'll link that post below in the description box too. And it's the same concept as BCAAs, where, yeah, glutamine does play a variety of important roles in the body related to overall health and recovery, but you're easily going to be meeting your glutamine needs just through your regular protein intake alone. And on top of that, a high percentage of orally consumed glutamine in supplemental form, it never even makes it to your bloodstream or to your muscles in the first place. A good chunk of it, up to about 65% or so, actually gets used up by your intestines for energy. And then on top of that, none of that really matters anyway, because All Day You May only gives you 2.8 grams of glutamine, LCLT, and NAC combined. So even if glutamine or the other two ingredients here were effective for building muscle, the amount you're getting here is way too low and you aren't going to benefit from it anyway, because a standard dose for glutamine for bodybuilding purposes is going to be a minimum of 5 grams up to probably 10 grams plus. So those are the two main blends that you're getting. And then there's also two other blends, which are the essential amino acid blend and the intracellular buffer blend. But again, the dosages here are so small that it's not even really worth talking about. I mean, you're getting 1 gram roughly for 9 different ingredients combined. So these are just typical underdosed proprietary blends. It's just a standard run-of-the-mill bodybuilding supplement where you get a whole bunch of ingredients listed on the label, but not the specific amounts for each one. And so for the average consumer who doesn't really understand the proper dosage for each ingredient, it looks really good on paper because you're getting so many different things, but the actual amount you're getting is so small that it literally isn't going to have any positive effect at all. And again, a good chunk of these ingredients are just basic amino acids that you're going to be getting from your whole food protein sources anyway, and in way higher amounts. And then aside from that, there's also a joint support blend with glucosamine and MSM. But again, the dosage is only 600 milligrams for both combined, so that's way below what you're going to need to see positive effects. And then you also have a combination of creatinol O-phosphate, which is not creatine, so don't get confused by the two there. And I have no idea why this is included, because its main use, as far as the research shows, is as a cardioprotective drug, and it has no research on it aside from direct injections. And so it's not even known whether or not humans can absorb it or what the exact effects would be. So no idea why that's included there. And then that's combined with beta-alanine, but the combined dosage for both is only 1,500 milligrams, and the proper dosage for beta-alanine would be a minimum of 3,200 milligrams. So again, just another underdosed proprietary blend that probably isn't going to do anything noticeable for you at all. So there's really not much else to say here. I understand that Rich Piana is a popular fitness personality with a huge following, but that doesn't mean he has any idea how to formulate natural supplements, or that he even did formulate this supplement on his own to begin with. It's entirely possible that someone else did the formulation, and then he's just sort of the face for it. And regardless of how popular All Day You May might be, when you actually break it down piece by piece, it just doesn't hold up whatsoever, and I can't see any reason to spend your money on it other than to support Rich Piana if you're a fan, in which case that's totally up to you. But as long as you're eating enough total protein for the day as a whole, then none of the ingredients in this product are gonna make any noticeable difference to your results. All this really is diluted BCAAs, and then a bunch of other ingredients that are either ineffective and underdosed, like the glutamine or the creatinol O-phosphate, or ingredients that might have some use, but that are still underdosed, which would be things like the L-carnitine L-tartrate, or the beta-alanine, for example. And even if you do think that BCAAs are helpful, because that's the main core ingredient here and the only one that comes up anywhere near being properly dosed, at the very least, you'll still be better off to just buy pure BCAAs separately on their own in the proper 2-to-1-to-1 ratio, because you'll save money that way, and you'll be getting actual BCAAs instead of what's basically just pure leucine in this product. So I hope this was helpful. It's really important to examine supplements logically and objectively and do your research first, because the huge majority of what's out there is either totally useless or will only have really minor benefits. And it's very easy for people to just hype up their products and sell it using their marketability and their physique to make it seem worth the money. But in most cases, it's really not. And when you take the cost into account, this stuff can really add up over the long term, because just one bottle of All Day You May per month for 1 year is going to cost you about $450, and that could be put to much better use. So thanks for watching. If you appreciate this science-based, no BS approach to fitness, and you want to learn how to build muscle and lose fat without any gimmicks or hype, so you can just get results as efficiently as possible without wasting your time or your money, then you can visit btblueprint.com by clicking the little icon at the top of the screen here, or by using the link in the description box below to access my complete body transformation blueprint that will show you everything you need to know step by step You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you aren't already. The links are in the description box. The official website is SeanNell.com, and feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you again soon.